Hi everyone, Miss Helen here in the Learning Centre, alone again, but got a really groovy book for you. It's called There's a Big Green Frog in the Toilet. Ooh, and it's by Anne Doe and illustrated by Heath Mackenzie. So let's have a look. Now, I do know that if you live in up north in Western Australia in particular, you can actually get big green frogs in your house. But this one is apparently in the toilet. So let's check it out. There's a big green frog in the toilet. Well, a big green frog was hopping along looking for a place to have a swim. And he came across a puddle of water and the big old frog jumped in. Oh, look at him, having a great time in the water. Oh my goodness, he's even doing a spout, a bit like a whale. Well, he jumped up and down, splashed all around. He was having so much fun. Then, all of a sudden, the lights came on and this little kid said, "Mom!" Oh my goodness, look at the poor frog. It's frightened him. There's a big green frog in the toilet and it's looking up at me. There's a big green frog in the toilet and I'm busting for a wee. Look at him looking over the edge of the toilet. Well, it's big and green and slimy and it's giving me the creeps. There's a big green frog in the toilet and it's looking up at me. And look at him, he's holding on because he needs to go to the toilet. Uh-oh. Oh, here's Mum. Well, Mum came in and said with a grin, "Don't you worry, dear. We'll just flush that toilet and that big old frog will disappear." Oh my goodness, is she going to really flush the toilet? The frog doesn't look happy. Let's see what happens. Well, she flushed and flushed and flushed again, so much that she got a blister. But that big old frog wouldn't go away. So she said, we'd better get your sister. Look at that frog. It's not going down the toilet. Well, my sister came and said with a frown, I've got this special device. It should suck that big frog out if we just use it right. Well, she pushed and plunged and plunged and pushed. Look at her there with the big plunger. So much that her face went red. But that frog wouldn't budge and the plunger ended up stuck right on her head. Oh my goodness, look at this. There it is, right on her head. There's a big green frog in the toilet and it's looking up at me. There's a big green frog in the toilet and I'm busting for a wee. Well, it's big and green and slimy and it's giving me the creeps. There's a big green frog in the toilet and it's looking up at me. And look, he still needs to go to the toilet. Well, Dad pulled up in his big old truck and he said, "Stand back and let me through." He said, "I'm going to get rid of that old frog if it's the last thing that I do." Oh my goodness. He needs to go to the toilet. The sister's got the plunger stuck on her head. This is Mum. He's saying, "Dad here, I'll deal with it." And the frog is looking not too happy. Let's see what happens. What's happened here? Well, he crashed and banged and stomped around. He was taking longer than he oughta. And he came out 20 minutes later. Oh my goodness, he's even got the vacuum and the toilet's ripped off the ground and there's the toilet. There's even an axe. Uh-oh. And he was covered all in, toilet water. Gross. There's still a big green frog in the toilet and it's looking up at me. There's a big green frog in the toilet and I'm busting for a wee. Well, it's big and green and slimy and it's giving me the creeps. There's a big green frog in the toilet. And I really need to pee. Oh my goodness. What has happened here? Oh, I don't think Dad was too successful. Oops. Too late now. What? Oh, I think the little bear did a little wee, but it wasn't in the toilet. Isn't that a cute story? Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.